Hello and welcome to DN Newsroom for this week's installment of Chirp TV, your weekend preview for Ball State sports. I'm Kyle Shaner, co-sports editor, alongside Andrew Walker, who covers women's volleyball and men's basketball for us, and Teddy Cahill, who recently wrapped up his coverage of field hockey for this season. Indiana is known as a basketball state, guys, and this weekend, basketball starts at Ball State. The men's team opens up its season with a game Saturday against Eastern Illinois. That game starts at 2 p.m. in Worthen Arena. Andrew, you're covering the men's basketball team this year. Last year, in Billy Taylor's first season, the team finished 6-24. What's the team expecting this season?
Well, Kyle, the team is obviously ready to get season number 2 underway under Coach Billy Taylor. There's obvious turmoil when Taylor got here. The record wasn't so great last season, but they really did respectable in the MAC. Taylor preaches defense, 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 and fans should expect to see a hard-working Cardinal unit Saturday against Eastern Illinois.
All right, the team started out last year with 11 losses in its first 11 games. What does the team expect when it starts out this year against Eastern Illinois?
Last season, Ball State got its first win December 31st against IPFW. I expect win number 1 this season, Saturday against Eastern Illinois. The Cardinals opened up last season with a ranked Butler team, so I actually expect Ball State to be in the 4-5 win mark come this New Year's Eve. Ball State wins Saturday against Eastern Illinois by double digits. My projected score, Ball State 72, Eastern Illinois 58.
All right. Women's basketball team also starting up this weekend at Ball State. Women are going to be in Bloomington to play Indiana in the preseason WNIT. Teddy, what do you think the women's team can expect in Kelly Packard's first season as the head coach of the Cardinals?
Well, it's not the same situation as the men's program was last year. Kelly Packard was brought on to Ball State in May, whereas Billy Taylor wasn't hired until August of last year. It gives her a lot more time with the team to get done what she wants to get done in the preseason. It's also a bit more talented and experienced team than the men were last year. Senior Portia Green and sophomore Emily Maggart were named preseason All-MAC earlier this year. I still would expect a slower start than usual for them just because of the new coach and the new system.
All right, we've already seen the women's basketball team here at Ball State in an exhibition game against the Hoosier Lady Stars. Cardinals got a win in that game. What do you think they're going to get in their first game of the regular season against Indiana?
Well, the Indiana Hoosiers are going to pit up a little bit tougher competition than Ball State faced in the exhibition game. Ball State is just 3-23 all time versus the Hoosiers, and they are winless in Bloomington. In fact, they haven't won a game against Indiana since 1977-1978. But they can't be concerned with that. They have to remember to play Ball State basketball and hope that they can pull off an upset just like football did a couple months ago in Bloomington.
All right, now on to a couple quick hits. Women's volleyball team, finishes out its regular season this weekend. Couple home games, first against Western Michigan tonight at 7 p.m. in Worthen Arena, then tomorrow against Northern Illinois at 7 p.m. in Worthen Arena. Guys, what do you think the women's volleyball team's going to get this weekend as it finishes out its regular season?
Kyle, who knows how these two final regular season matches are going to go. Western Michigan comes in the best team in the MAC this season, but the way things have been going so far this season, don't count out 2 long 5-set matches this weekend against both Western Michigan and Northern Illinois. I look for Coach Dave Booz and his Cardinals to get at least 1 win this weekend and get that first round tournament game Tuesday at Worthen Arena.
Well, both teams that are coming in here, Western Michigan and Northern Illinois, have won their last 2 matches in Muncie. And I expect that to continue this weekend with 2 of the better MAC West teams coming to town.
All right, the other Ball State team competing this weekend, the women's tennis team. At the beginning of the year, this tournament was on the schedule, but Coach Kathy Bull added it late. The Cardinals are going to play against some other college players, junior players, and other amateurs. What do you think of Ball State adding this non-traditional style tournament to the end of its fall season?
Well, I covered Coach Bull and the women's tennis team last season. One thing that stuck out was their consistent level of play throughout the season. This non-traditional tournament, with the prospects of a 12-year-old even playing as a junior, might seem a little odd, but any off-season experience is good for the team, especially for all the new freshmen that have come along.
I think it's an interesting decision by the team. I hope it goes well for the team, and it's just going to be good for tennis in the area in general, especially if this 12-year-old, who is the top ranked in her age group in the Midwest, is able to make an appearance.
All right, that's it for this week's edition of Chirp TV. Make sure you check out the Ball State Daily News and bsudailynews.com for continuing coverage of Ball State athletics. Also, if you have any questions for us, email us at sports@bsudailynews.com. I'm Kyle Shaner, alongside Andrew Walker and Teddy Cahill. Have a nice weekend, Muncie.